Hi, I'm Grace Dawes, editor of Movement, and I'm here at Move America 2023 in Austin, Texas today. And I'm joined by John Kuehn, who works in transit partnerships with Uber. Thank you so much for joining me today. And how's your Move America experience been so far for you today, John?
Yeah, of course. Thanks so much for having me. It's been amazing. I was commenting to colleagues even before I arrived, like so much energy with people reaching out and wanting to have meetings. And in the transit space, I feel like that's a little bit unusual in a good way. It's super high energy. And that's carried over to the show. It's been super good. People really want to chat and learn about what we're working on. And I'm super interested in what others are working on too. So it's been a great experience so far.
Great. I know you've been really busy in meetings this morning, but you also not long ago joined to talk about how MaaS programs can become ladders of opportunity. How does this reflect Uber's operations as a MaaS provider, and what were your main takeaways and kind of summaries from that panel?
Yeah, totally. So, I mean, obviously Uber is a huge organization. I work on the transit team specifically, and what we've been working on is, hey, we have a ton of supply of drivers out in different markets, and how can we partner with cities, transit agencies, things like that to support them, offer additional services that they might not otherwise be able to, right? And so when you talk about equity, whether that's like a late night service or maybe a paratransit supporting service, Uber on the transit side has really found our space is like, hey, we can fill in these gaps, we can bring your service up to par and really keep things moving along in cities. And so I think people think of us as like the tech platform, and we obviously have that, and a lot of people love it, but specifically in the transit space, I think we can be super helpful in kind of filling the gaps where the transit agencies might not be able to fulfill all the rides that they would like to.
Yeah, so where do you think the future of MaaS is headed, particularly in the transit space? And how will it carry on advancing in cities around the world like Austin, and what path do you think it will take?
Yeah, absolutely. So first in the transit lens, we heard a little bit from some of the other partners on the panel about on-demand and how that's growing in a city like San Antonio. And I think that's a great model to bring to other cities and states around the country. So if you're in a place where you need to connect to transit, or maybe you're in a more of a transit desert where you can't necessarily use the fixed route, MaaS apps, whether that's a white label app or something like Uber, can be super helpful in connecting people to getting into cities, giving them opportunities to take jobs. Transit shouldn't be like the deciding factor on whether you can do like anything, right? Go to a job, go to see your friends, anything like that. We want that to be like a seamless element of it. And then as far as like the future, I think just growing those programs out, and a couple key pillars in that, we're really focused on the XShare product, which is Uber kind of bringing back the shared rides model after the pandemic, right? That was something that we kind of had to go away from for obvious reasons, but you may have heard our CEO talking about bringing that back, especially in the States, and that's a really valuable thing that we believe in. And then also going to a sustainable, electric vehicles by 2030 model. So we think on the transit team specifically, we can take those two kind of key elements of our future planning and implement them quickly within cities, within our programs where people are already using them. So super excited about that, super excited about the future.
Great. Well, thank you so much for speaking with me today, and it was really great meeting you. I hope you have a great rest of your time at Move.
Thanks so much.